Hi guys, it's Rach. Today I wanted to do a review for you, this time reviewing an eyeshadow palette. It's one that I've mentioned quite a bit recently. It is the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty Volume 1 Matte Luxe Transforming Eyeshadow Palette. This is the product here. Inside, according to the website, this is a true beauty breakthrough. It contains 14 luxe anti-aging silk-infused eyeshadows that are all matte, but can transform into pearl shades instantly with a tap of a brush, using our proprietary pearl transforming shade included in the palette, which is this one here. You can take the matte shades to a soft pearl with a simple swipe. This is the box that the palette comes in, and on it says it includes hydrating, age reverse and prevent complex infused with peptides, hydrolyzed collagen, silk, antioxidants and drops of light technology. So they are some pretty hefty claims there. I do know that IT Cosmetics is known for including ingredients that are supposed to work for your skin while also being makeup products. So I do like that, and I like their philosophy. This product is cruelty free, so it claims for no animal testing, and in Australia you can get IT Cosmetics through PM Studio. In the US I do believe that this product is sold from the IT Cosmetics website also in Ulta now and through QVC. And if you're in another country, then I would recommend googling it, because there's probably a way that you can get it to you in your country, or there may be a reseller like PM Studio here in Australia. For those of you in Australia, PM Studio does have a website. I do believe they have a store somewhere in Sydney in the city, but you can order from their website. This product here, the recommended retail price in the US, at least according to the website, is $42, which is pretty decent, I would say, for a palette where you do get 15 eyeshadows. In Australia, the price is $49 from PM Studio, which I think is fantastic. That is not a high markup at all. $7 is actually a pretty small markup. And for a palette of this quality and of this size, under $50 is pretty rare. I was looking at my palettes, looking at the Naked palettes from Urban Decay, even though you can't get them in Australia. At Beauty Bay you're looking at paying over $50 for the first two and over $80 for the Naked 3 palette. Also, we're looking at the Smashbox Full Exposure palette, recently released in Australia, that's priced at just under $70, as is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. So overall, this is quite reasonably priced, I would say. We want to talk about packaging first. Packaging is quite simple. It is that hard cardboard or reinforced cardboard. It does have a magnetic clip here at the front, and I like it because it is quite slim. It is not any excess extra packaging. The finish of it is a kind of suede or a faux suede kind of finish. I do like the dusty pink colour, but I do think the faux suede marks quite easily. I can already see a little black dots and things where some of my other makeup has probably got on it. If you use a lot of makeup, you know that your makeup gets on everything. So this packaging can't really be wiped clean, which may be considered a downside to you. Honestly, the actual feel of it does give me goosebumps, but I do think it looks quite nice. It also has a decent sized mirror in there as well, which I think definitely comes in handy, particularly if you want to travel with this palette, which I would, and I'll talk about that more later. Moving on to looking at the shades themselves, you do get an array of light shades to dark shades. You also get a range of cool tones and warm tones. These two particular shades here, Sunrise and Sunset, are really nice for warming up any look. You also have some cool tones here in Violet and Icon, even Soft Light, which is a really nice cool toned beige or bone colour. You do have your matte black, which probably isn't the most pigmented black I've ever used, but still definitely gives you a decent black colour payoff, as well as a matte dark brown shade. You have some other sort of mid-tone shades, and then you have your light shades that you could use as highlight colours. You also have the Transforming Pearl shade, which is pigmented enough that you can use it on its own. It doesn't need to be used over the top of the other shades. They claim to be all matte. I have found that they are definitely matte, but it's not the matte that you are used to. It is not a chalky matte. This matte does lean towards a satin finish, particularly with some shades. Some shades are more matte than others, but they're all quite creamy and easy to blend, which is what I really like, and I find that the shades all go really nicely together. You can pick sort of shades from any part of the palette and put them on your eye and they just seem to work. I am wearing the shadows on my eyes today and I've got kind of a cool navy blue look. I've made really warm looks with this palette. You can go purple looks. You can stick to the brown shades and just go for a neutral brown eyeshadow look. So it's a very, very versatile shade range. Pigmentation seems to be varied. I find that the darker shades are definitely more pigmented than the lighter shades, but you definitely do get colour payoff across the entire range of colours. Some you just have to build up a little bit more. And the shades are quite muted. The pictures that they use online, the promo pics, look a little bit more vibrant, but in real life, as you can see, they are quite muted shades and they do go muted on the eye, which I think is nice because it gives you that neutral eye look, but you can still use colour. So great for beginners, great for people who are scared of colour. And because the shades aren't a true, really sort of chalky matte, they look quite nice on the eye. They don't dull your eye out. If you have older eyes or older skin, or if you suffer with like sort of fine lines around your eyes or dehydrated skin around your eyes, then normal matte shades can probably, I guess, just be almost more detrimental than anything, and these I don't think are. I think this palette would be great for somebody who's a little bit older because I think it'll look really, really nice on your skin, and I also think it'd be great for a beginner because those shades work so well together and are so easy to blend. You really can't go wrong with this palette, particularly if you are new to makeup. I don't notice a lot of fallout when I use this product, but I do always tap my brush off, so I would recommend doing that. And overall, I just think that it is a fantastic shade range and a fantastic product. I think it'd be nice to travel with because you do have that variety of colours that you can really create any kind of look. You can create dark, sultry looks, you can create really nice, natural, everyday looks. They do claim to be able to be used wet or dry. I haven't tried them wet because I don't like doing that unless I'm 100% sure, particularly because sometimes if you wet an eyeshadow, it can seal over, and I kind of don't want to do that just yet. But if you would like to try them wet, then they do claim to be able to be used wet, so you can use them as a bit more of a liner. But overall, I think that they work really, really well. You do get 0.8 grams of product in each of these small pans, which is about half of what you get in a MAC eyeshadow and just under what you get in, I believe, the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, those individual shadows. I will get that for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. So just a little bit more, but overall I think you get a decent amount of product. I have been using this quite a bit and I haven't really made a dent in any of the shadows, so it will last you a decent amount of time, and like I said, for the price I do think that it is good value. So that is it. They are my thoughts on the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. I am interested to see, it does say volume 1, so if they come out with another version of this, I'd definitely be intrigued on picking it up. Let me know what you think, if this is the kind of palette that you think you'd be interested in, if you like the colours, if you've tried it before, and what you thought of it. I'd also like to hear about what your current favourite eyeshadow palette is, because I'm always on the hunt for new eyeshadow palettes. Other than that, please subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. See you all next time. Bye! Pause it. Oh, we go when nobody knows. Guns in our petticoats. We're never gonna quit, no, we're never gonna quit, no.